Welcome to the DKHizouse. You know what we talking about. Welcome to the DKHizouse. That's what we gonna run our mouth. Hey y'all, just a little disclaimer. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged. I don't know none of these people. I'm just giving my thoughts, my opinions, predictions on what I think I see and know and hear. And I want you to do the same down in the comment section. So don't take everything too seriously, but only with a grain of salt, because we be shoving it up in this kitchen. And welcome, glad to have you. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you've been here a couple of times, we'd love to have you in the fam bam. Hey, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Why do you really need to pray over your food or just pray over your life in general? I remember meeting this psychic once, and she told me um, I was trying to inquire about my love life. I've done it. I even went to a psychic, I think when I was 11, and she told me who I was supposed to marry and stuff like that. Usually it's marriage and relationship questions. But I wouldn't say all psychics are good, and if that you really need a psychic, because at the end of the day, you control your own destiny. Your destiny is constantly changing if you allow it to. But I'm just saying that to say this. She was like, you don't even pray anymore. Because I'm from the church. So I was a person, I was going to church every Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesdays. I was raised in the church. I haven't been to church in about a year plus, but I do still listen to Christian music. I do still listen to gospel preachers if I do from home, if I choose to listen to that. But I'm also open to other forms of religions as well, and I believe that God is universal. But the reason I'm here today is because the person told me that I haven't been praying and that I need to pray. And so a lot of people don't understand the benefit of praying. A lot of people don't even pray before they eat. And I'm just here to say, well, maybe you need to pray before you eat. Now, you don't say you have to cross your hands or say it out loud, because some people pray in silence. So all prayer is basically just you having a conversation with God, letting him know what you want for your life, what you feel for your life. So the reason I feel like you should pray over your food, because sometimes, sadly enough, people do things to food that's not always good. Especially in certain cultures and religions, they prey on you. And the way that a lot of men in certain cultures were able to prey on me was through the food that they gave me. And then you always hear the comment, you can't eat everybody's food. Right, and that's so true, because a lot of people or witches, warlocks, demon filled people, and sometimes their intention is put in the food that they give you and that you consume, whether it's for you to come back to their establishment to wreak havoc on your life, or have you been to their will. It's actually a thing. I didn't realize that until my older age, but and plus a lot of the animals and product that come across your plate sometimes has been ill treated, and that you don't want that energy to rub off or influence you. So for that reason, I would say it's good to pray good intentions over your food, since prayer is stating your intention on what you want out of your life or a thing. You just pray that anything not meant to be consumed into your body that's not of good or of light, or anything that comes from malice, jealousy, be removed, and nothing but light, and nothing from that food can harm you or affect you. Because sadly enough, it's a lot of people put voodoo or witchcraft in food. And a lot of people say that it causes their husbands to never leave them, their men to never leave, their woman to never leave, people to go crazy, different things. And I've seen it at work. And I've had it done on me and it worked. So all I'm saying is you just never know what people's intention are. You can have somebody who's crazy about you. They'll do something to your food so you will be crazy about them, or you don't leave them, and then you wonder why you're fooling with putting up with their nonsense. And it's because of their intentions that was put in your food that they gave you. They intended for you to stay around. They intended to profit off you. They intended to cause you harm or for you to get harm. You just never know. So, for that reason, it's good to put your intention over it before you digest it or eat it. Or you can even pray that it cleanses your body. Just like they say, some foods are toxic for you. Pray over it to release the toxins from it before it goes into your body. Pray over, the sugars and stuff that's not meant for you, that they be resolved to not harm your body. Just different things. Because prayer, like I said, is really just communication with God. And if you don't communicate with God, how is He going to know what you really want? And when you don't communicate with Him, then other people's communication will reign supreme over your life if they are the one giving you the food and you agree to take it knowingly or unknowingly, then you accepting it and you're thinking, oh, this is good. I'm accepting of whatever comes with it, but you're not knowing what actually was meant to come with it. So for that, I'm saying, yeah, that's a reason to be mindful of who gives you the food and be mindful not to eat everybody's food. Now, if it's at an establishment, yeah, you can be a little bit more careful, but even some places, just because they are a name brand establishment doesn't mean that they don't do anything to it. For instance, there is a telltale nuance about Starbucks, and that the woman or lady that's on the cups is a deity who is a part of a dark uh, religion or craft. And they also say like she's a mermaid and this and that. But if you notice, a lot of people are addicted to Starbucks. Whether they like coffee or not, they're addicted to Starbucks. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I do find that the way the flavors are at some of the the coffee flavors, it's easy. I would see how it'd be easier to become addicted to it. So of course, if a person or entity wants your business and wants you to keep coming back to them, why wouldn't they intend for you to come back and put that intention over your drink or your food or whatever? And of course, as you know, it's best not to eat food from somebody who you don't know or food from somebody who does not have good intention for you. Because the last thing you want to think about is somebody is gross enough or weird enough to do anything to your food, put bodily fluids in your food or your drink. But there's some people out there that are sickos, some people out there who worship and think dark things. So it's just best to protect yourself to where you're not a part of their intention and you're not, falling victim to whatever their intention on your life is. And just praying, if you do, pray for the person who gave you the food. Pray for love, peace, serenity over their life. Maybe they won't want to send that your way anymore when they find love and conviction that they're looking for, that they need. And it only takes a few seconds to cleanse the stuff that's going into your body, whether it's the food or the drink. Now, I'm not saying you have to do it every single time, but just whenever you feel the need to, it's always good to cleanse the palate, cleanse the meat spiritually before consuming it, or the vegetables or the drink or whatever, especially when you did not prepare it yourself. And even if it's something you are preparing yourself, put the intention into it. If you didn't know, it's certain herbs that have meaning to them. Um, and the reason I know this because I like to study stuff so I can't be affected by it pretty much. I like to know what other people are into so I'll know if I'm being affected or they're trying to affect me by it. And I have been affected by stuff like this. So I mean, bad, like real bad. And so that's why I'm able to talk about it, just to help you, because it exists, even though your intention is more powerful than somebody else's intention over your life. But that doesn't mean an intention is not sent to you. So that's why it's good to pray for a bill of health, pray for sanity, pray for good taste buds, good energy, because some people may smile in your face and still have ill intention on their heart. And sometimes you don't find that out till years and years later. So one prayer that you can have is pray for discernment for the people who prepare your food, especially on a daily basis. Pray for discernment for people who give you your food, or just make sure their intentions are pure, because you just never know, bro. Because like I said, I've thought people were really good people before, because that's the image that they portray, and then find out that they have darkness on their hearts and their minds. And have I taken things from them? Yeah, because that would be the last thing I would think about. Because what? They claim to have respect for me, they claim to have love for me, they claim this and they claim that. But at the end of the day, just because somebody's smiling at you, just because somebody is wanting to spend time with you, just because somebody is, you know, showering you with compliments, does not mean that they don't secretly have content on their heart for you. It's a fact. Because believe me, it's not like I was out here taking food from strangers. It wasn't like I was out here taking food from my enemies. It was people that I knew very, very well. So you just have to be mindful and aware that we live in a place full of wicked, conniving, manipulative people. And with that, you just have to stay prayed up to make sure you don't fall victim. Because sometimes it can take years to wear off. Well, as always, thank you for stopping by at the His House for your last tea, entertainment, and gossip and predictions. And we will definitely have more. So definitely come back and see us. And if you want to be notified, hit that bell and also subscribe, especially if you've been here before. Come back again and again. But subscribe and join the fam band. We'd love to have you. And if you liked anything that was said on today, or even made you laugh, joke, think, ponder, make sure you hit that thumbs up or that like button, especially if you agree or disagree, and comment down below.